Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for the Main Street Accelerator information session. My name is Michelle McCabe, and I am the Executive Director of Connecticut Main Street Center. I am thrilled to be introducing the launch of our second annual Main Street Accelerator program. In today's information session, we'll go over the goals of the program, what to expect, and the application process. There will be time at the end to answer your questions. For those of you unfamiliar, Connecticut Main Street Center is the expert resource for developing and sustaining the vibrant downtowns and main streets that fuel our state's prosperity. It is our mission to assess, educate, and convene around the topics central to creating a thriving downtown so that main streets all around the state can develop, grow, and prosper. Before we begin, we'd like to thank our founding sponsors, Eversource and the State of Connecticut's Department of Economic and Community Development that make this work possible. The genesis of Main Street Accelerator stemmed from over 20 years of observation at Connecticut Main Street. We see Main Street communities all over the state with big visions and ambitions that find themselves struggling to make them a reality. The Main Street Accelerator program was designed to empower community teams with 3 goals in mind: increase each participant's knowledge of and familiarity with Main Street management, build the capacity and ability of local teams to implement Main Street projects, and empower communities to execute a project that will improve their downtown. All of the work in Accelerator is rooted in the Connecticut Main Street approach, which incorporates the 4 points of Main Street management and the 6 qualities of a vibrant Main Street. Last year marked the launch of Main Street Accelerator. Hear from past graduates on their experience in the program. I think we may be having a problem with the audio. I don't know if anyone else is having this issue.
Let me check that really quickly, Michelle. I apologize to everybody.
Technology is not always our friend.
Was anybody able to hear that?
Not
Okay.
We'll just give it a couple more minutes, Savannah, and then if it isn't going to accommodate our wishes, we can just move on. It's fine, I think.
I'll also put the link in the chat box if people want to watch it.
Thank you. I think that might be best for right now, and we will make sure that everyone gets the video with the link that goes out at the end. Sorry about that.
So we'll just move forward with our explanation slides, and we'll break down the Main Street Accelerator and review exactly what you can expect and what you will leave the program with. Community teams are invited to apply with a particular project or a particular problem currently challenging their Main Street, downtown, or village center. You will be guided through launching your project or solving your challenge through curated curriculum based in best practices. The whole program was designed with busy professionals in mind. Each month, the curriculum will be released on an online platform, so you can go through the lessons at your own pace. And every month, we'll come together to dive deeper into the topic and to discuss it as a group. We will be covering these topics. In month 1, Main Street management, the 4-point approach. In month 2, sustainable development, creating a lasting, inclusive Main Street experience. In month 3, planning your project. A goal without a plan is a wish. In month 4, community engagement, gaining supporters and spreading the word. Month 5 will be fundraising, a key to sustained success. And then in month 6, project execution, building and activating your team. The program has built-in accountability through team tasks and assignments that are designed to keep your team on track. Additionally, throughout the program, you will have 2 virtual group coaching calls and 1 on-site coaching visit. During these sessions, you will receive one-on-one advice and guidance, as well as get perspectives from your peers. Main Street Accelerator exists to help you launch a project that will positively impact your downtown. It's not meant to be just an intellectual exercise, but instead to provide practical steps and training to help you accomplish the work your Main Street needs. There are 2 big team deliverables that are designed to be real-life application of all the concepts you're learning in the program. An action plan that will guide your team to implementing your project, and a 1-page project flyer that you can use in your community to promote your project. For both of these deliverables, you will receive step-by-step guidance, templates, and the opportunity to share with your peers to get feedback. A $5,000 grant opportunity is available to eligible teams that meet the participation and deliverable requirements. You can read more information about grant eligibility on the program webpage. Our Connecticut Main Street team will guide you through the whole program experience. Kristen Lopez, our Senior Director of Programs, is the main program facilitator. Kristen is currently out on maternity leave, or she would be presenting this information herself. Savannah Blance, our Programs Coordinator, is the Main Street point of contact for all communications and logistics. Carl Rosa, our Field Services Director, will be on all group coaching calls and visits. And other Connecticut Main Street staff like myself and other professionals will serve as guest speakers throughout the program. Main Street Accelerator is a perfect fit for communities with an identified challenge or opportunity that has public support but needs organization, guidance, and extra attention. We'll talk a little more about this in a moment. The Main Street Accelerator program is open to all Connecticut communities with a Main Street, downtown, village center, or neighborhood commercial corridor. We encourage all communities to apply and not just our Connecticut Main Street members. Main Street management is collaborative in nature. Each accepted community must form a team of 3 to 5 dedicated stakeholder individuals who are ready to roll up their sleeves and get to work. The application process, the team must identify a defined challenge they want to address or a defined project idea they want support in implementing. Types of defined challenges may include, but are not limited to, negative perception, too many storefront vacancies, a lack of foot traffic, a lack of small business support, etc. And types of defined projects may include, but are not limited to, programming vacant lots or storefronts, supporting small business, launching or improving a market, creating or improving a public space, launching a sustainability or historic preservation initiative, increasing arts and culture programming, etc. The end project the team works on should have a budget of no larger than $10,000. Applications are now open and are due no later than October 29th. It is a short application process, but if you have any questions about the program, the application, or the type of project or challenge you want to focus on, please do not hesitate to reach out to Savannah at ctmainstreet.com. And teams will be notified of the acceptance by November 5th. And the program officially launches in early December at an in-person kickoff event. Lastly, we invite you to visit a Main Street Accelerator graduate community next Thursday, September 26th, at our Spotlight on Main Georgetown event. Georgetown Village Restoration is an all-volunteer-based nonprofit managing Georgetown's Main Street, and they are doing a fantastic job. Come and learn more about their impact and their experience of Main Street Accelerator. Sign up is on the Connecticut Main Street website. And as we close out, I'd like to open up the floor for any questions that you might have about our program, and we will do our best to answer them.
Thank you, Michelle. I am going to be reading off questions from the Q&A, so please feel free to put your questions into the Q&A box and we will address them.
I guess we were super thorough.
Yeah, don't be shy. Okay, one that comes through, Michelle, is do you have more project ideas that you can provide?
Not
There's-
so much, I would say, project ideas. I think that the main thing that all applicants need to keep in mind are a few pointers. Number one is that you want to have an idea that is not too large in scope. That's why we have specifically the guidelines that we do, that you're thinking about it in terms of a budget, and it wouldn't be more than $10,000. And it could actually be far less than that too. It could be, creating brochures that market certain elements of your Main Street, for example. Again, you may come to us in your application with a problem, and that what you're looking to do in the course of Accelerator is to bring together a group of people that can actually consider how to solve that problem. So let's say the issue is a concern about negative perception. The group might decide that they want to do a surveying event where they invite the community to the Main Street. They have a budget for their event, but the purpose of it is to collect information. So there might be ways that people can provide input. I think that, again, the key thing to remember is that you want something that is small enough that could be accomplished, and that you invite the people to participate on your team that can actualize whatever it is that you're discussing. So it's really important, for example, to have key decision makers. Let's say you might want to do a project that involves signage. It's great to have somebody who is in charge of approving signage as part of your team, so that you are bringing them on board right at the start and can actually make sure that the idea that you have can happen.
Thank you.
Savannah, I think it might also be helpful if either of you could speak a little bit to maybe what projects are not a good fit, like things that are specifically event-based are maybe not necessarily the best. This is the best program to address those issues.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off like what Michelle said, so obviously something of a budget more than $10,000 would not be good. No, like one time or one-off events would be good, like just a festival that occurs one time a year. Those are some of the projects that have been rejected in the last year. So yes, it needs to be something that improves Main Street all year round, not just a one-time event. So I would stay away from events focused projects. In this past year, and we've only had one cohort so far. So we have had a project on two projects on wayfinding, merchandise for their village, like you'll see in Georgetown at our upcoming Spotlight event. So those were some of the projects that were accepted this past year, doing street art, street murals, wayfinding. So those were some of the ones that we had in our past cohort. And in the video that we're going to send out the link, you can see more about those projects. Thank you. We have another question. Could you speak more to the grant program, Michelle?
I think I'm not sure exactly what speaking more to the grant program means, so I'm going to do my best, and I'm sure that if there's more clarity that's required, someone will tell me. So we are offering, as mentioned in the presentation, of $5,000 to be invested in the project that you and your team develop. However, there are eligibility guidelines that are more clearly articulated on the website some of it is in terms of being present at the programming completing certain tasks that are part of the Accelerator program. And as we mentioned in the presentation, that there are deliverables at the end in terms of presenting a project plan and a one-pager. Those are all part of certain certain requirements that teams are going to have to meet in order to be eligible for that funding.
Thank you, Michelle. And our information page on the website, which I can also include it in the email to all attendees and registrants, we have a page with a little bit more information on the Main Street Accelerator program. And there's some information there about the specifics for grant eligibility as well in the application. Michelle, another question that comes through is, what if you're interested but not sure you can get the stakeholder support in time for October application?
I will say that the strongest applications are going to have those commitments. I wouldn't discourage necessarily folks from applying, but it is a really critical component to this program that there is a team of folks that can actualize whatever your proposal is suggesting. So I would say that applications that don't have committed team members are going to be at a disadvantage compared to those that have that.
Thank you.
I would also put in a little plug here again for Savannah, because if people are interested in applying and have an idea, but maybe don't have a fully formed for the application, you can certainly call Savannah and she can talk you through things exactly like this to help you either really clarify what project you would want to work on, or if it would be appropriate, or if you have certain questions. Savannah is definitely a resource that you can go to as well.
Thank you, Christine. And definitely, and maybe even if you're not ready to apply this year, we can flesh out some ideas that you might have for next year. We definitely plan to do another cohort next year and many years into the future. So if you're not ready this year, maybe next year. Okay, I'll give folks another minute to put any other questions they might have into our Q&A, but we will be sending out some more information in an email after today's session. And I'll link. Oh, go ahead, Christine.
Sorry, I was just going to add another plug. Michelle already said we have our event in Georgetown next week, but that would be another opportunity to kind of see in person what another community has done, where they are in the process, and talk to people in person that have been through the program and ask them how their experience was, how they got a team together, how they decided on the scope of their work, and how it has been since the program ended. Savannah said she's sending out stuff. I will also include the link to that in the chat box to the Spotlight event.
Thank you, Christine. Okay, thank you. Those links have been chatted out into our chat. If there are no further questions, Michelle, do you have any final thoughts for the group today?
I would just say that we found with our first cohort and the maiden voyage of Main Street Accelerator, people really enjoyed it. It was a great experience for all of us. And, you know, I think that there was just so much opportunity to learn and get to know communities in other parts of the state that are doing similar work. I think it's a really rewarding program, and we're really excited that this is one of our flagship programs now. And as Savannah said, this is year 2 of many years to come. So we're really excited, highly encourage you to apply, and looking forward to welcoming some of you to the second cohort.
Thank you. Thank you to Michelle and Christine. And yeah, we do look forward to seeing your applications come through. And if you have any questions, please do reach out and look out for the link that I'm going to be sending out shortly to everybody with more information.
Thank you all. Have a great day.
Thank you. Take care, everyone.